Hello, my fabulous fifth grade parents and students, if you are watching. My name is Miss Monroe. I am the fifth grade long-term sub for math in the place of the great Miss Aziz. And today I will be talking about the homework. This week's our scholars had a short week, short days. Thursday was a half a day, and on Friday they had no school. Well, with that being said, any work that we did not complete in class, I sent home for homework. Now, more work probably could have been done, but because of redirecting behaviors, we did as much as we can with the time that was permitted. All right. Now, because the guys are doing homework and a lot of it was being discussed, I want to talk about what we've been going over for the past 3 weeks. For the past 3 weeks, we have been working with fractions. Now, last year they did fractions, adding and subtracting fractions, and that was a breeze because the denominators were the same. This year, they're being faced with adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. Not only are they being challenged with unlike denominators, but they need to know how to multiply. And they also need to know how to simplify because simplifying has been introduced to us last week and just a little bit of this week because of the short week. So, with all of that being said, a lot of multi-steps procedures are being done to get our homework, to find an answer for our math problems. I want to go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna try to make this video as quickly as possible. But because it's multi-steps, you'll understand why when we are in the classroom, it is so important that our scholars are paying attention in the classroom, not being that social because they're going to miss a step and not know how to work these problems out. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the work that was done and the work that needs to be done. All right, I am sharing my screen and I'm really hoping that everybody sees this. Otherwise, this video would not, it's going to be a flop. And I don't believe in flops. So here we go. Okay, I'm just goofy. Okay, here we go. On Wednesday, we started off with this particular worksheet, and it is page 86. Right here, you can see it's page 86. We were able to complete problems 1, we were able to complete problems 2, and we were able to complete problem number 3. Also, we did all the steps. Now, if they're going to turn in the work, not only do I just want to see the answer that's circled, I also want to see the work that was done. I know that the work is going to look all over the place, but I need to see that this is number 1, and then the answer needs to be circled, or if they want to, they can highlight it. They can do whatever they want to as long as I know that this is the answer. All right. Now, once they give me all the answers, this is my answer for number 2, page 86, number 2. They can actually find the answer, find the answer, circle it. As you can see, this is our answer for number 1. It says 2 and 13, 15. And so this was not right, but we have to show why it wasn't right. He did not subtract that 1. And that's why he had a 3 and we had a 2. All right, we found the answer here as well. And we circled it, but here go all of the problems. All right, now the next thing is that I want to, since we were not able to finish, I want to go over the process on the second page. And I was actually just looking at it, so I'm going to use a new page. Hello, Mr. Paul. All right, that's Mr. Paul, guys. He's the one that helps keeps our room very nice and neat throughout the whole week, months, the year. All right, here we go. Diego completed the following subtraction. What? Oh, I do apologize. We got to flip it over. I'm sorry. Here we go. This is our problem. This is also a critical thinking problem. It is also a multi-step fraction problem. Here we go. It states, Brian jumped forward 1 1/3 feet, and then another 1 1/4 feet. Then he turned around and jumped 5 6 feet and 1 3/4 feet. How far is he from his starting point? Well, we need to figure this out. but we also need to understand the question. The first thing we need to figure out is, what is it saying? It said that Brian jumped forward 1 1/3 feet. And then when I see the word and, I know that and means that I'm going to combine something together. So we know that we're going to be adding something. What are we adding? Well, it says and then another 1 1/4 feet. So we know that this is what we're going to be adding. If I keep reading, it says then he turned around and jumped 5 6 feet and there go that word and again, and 1 3/4 feet. How far is he from his starting point? So I also know that it says, how far is he from his starting point? I know that this procedure right here, by just listening, I know that they want to know, okay, where is he at now? And how far is he from there? I'm going to have to subtract. But what am I going to subtract? I know that I'm adding these two. I see the word and this is going to be added to this number. So what am I subtracting? I am subtracting my 2 additions to get my answer. I am subtracting my 2 addition to get my answer. So I'm going to add 1 1/4 and 1 1/3, and then I'm going to subtract 5, 6, and 1 3/4. So the first thing I need to do is I need to set up my problem. I'm going to get me some paper. You can write on the back of your sheet, and we're going to get started. I can put page 87. Okay, and then I can go with number 1. So what am I getting ready to write? I need to write right now 1 1/3 and 1 1/4. That is what I need to figure out right now. I have 1 1/3 plus, so that's my and, 1 1/4 equals. Well, I cannot continue to add. Why? Because my denominators are not the same. I need to find my common denominators. When the denominators are this small, I don't have to do a lot of research on it. I can just go ahead and multiply these two bottom denominators. 3 times 4 equals 12. So I know that my denominator, I'm going to bring my 1 over, plus, bring my 1 over. I know that my denominator is going to be 12. Bring my 1 so far over, but I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so now I need to figure out 3 times what? We just said it was 4. So I'm going to put a 4 here. The rule is anything that I do at the bottom, I must do at the top. So 1 times 4. Here we go, right over here. 4. 4 times what is going to give me 12? We said it was a 3. 4 times 3. Anything I do at the bottom, where am I going to do it at? Right here at the top, times 3. So what are we doing? 1 times 4 is going to be 4. We already have our 12. 1 times 3, bring it over here. We already have our 12. So what is our first addition? It is going to be 1 and 1 makes 2. 4 plus 3 makes 7 over 12. We're not done because we now have to subtract this. What are we subtracting? We are subtracting 2 and 7/12 from 5, 6, and 1 3/4. Let's get started. We have 5, 6 plus 3/4. Well, that 6 is a little bit bigger. Anything that's over 5, I start creating a tree. So this is over 5. What I mean by a tree, your scholars actually going to know exactly what I mean. I'm going to put my denominators because they're not the same. And I'm going to create a tree. My first branch is going to be a 6. My second branch is going to be a 4. I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to start creating little leaves. All right. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. Now I'm going to start with my 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. I can actually stop right there because my least common denominator is going to be 12. So now I'm going to put my denominator down. 6 times what was 12? If I come over here, I can see it's 1, 2. That's going to be 6 times 2. What did I do at the bottom? Well, whatever I did at the bottom, I do at the top. 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus, okay, got my 1. Okay, and 1 and 3/4. So 4 times what was 12? It was 1, 2, 3. Anything I do at the bottom, I do right here at the top. So 3 times 3 is 9. Don't forget about my whole number. And then 4 times 3 is 12. My new number for this is going to be 10 plus 9. 10 plus 9, that's going to be 19 over 12. And you're probably saying, Miss Monroe, the numerator is larger than the denominator. Well, remember, when we're subtracting, we're just going to see where that goes. Now, if we were not subtracting, we would have to fix this. But because we're subtracting, we're going to keep playing it out. So now let's go over here. We're going to bring our answer right up here. 2 and 7/12 minus 1 and 19 over 12. Oh, Miss Monroe, look, our denominators are now the same. But what's going on? Our numerators, I can't get 7 from 19. I'm going to have to borrow from this 2. All right, so in order for me to borrow from the 2, I'm taking a 1 whole and I'm changing this to now my fraction is going to be 1 and 7/12 plus I need to add it, right? I need to add to my 7/12. We took a whole, so let's create another whole. 12 over 12 is that 1 whole. Now I'm getting ready to add. 7 plus 12 is going to be what? Here goes 7, 8, 9. Bring over my 1. That's 19 over 12. And I have a 1 right here. Minus my original number of 1 and 19 over 12. Wow, look at that. If I have 1 and 19 over 12 minus 1 and 19 over 12, that's going to equal to a big old fat 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 19 minus 19 is a 0. And of course, 12 minus 12 is a 0. It's a big 0. So let's see if we can find this answer right here. It says, how far is he from his starting point? 112 feet short. That's not it. 1/4 feet short. Nope. Nope, he's not short. 1/4 feet beyond. It says he is at his starting point. That's exactly what's going to be our answer because we have the big 0 right here. He is right back where he started from. You will continue using this method for problem number 2, 3, and 4. All right. Now let's get to your second page. You thinking that was hard. It's a lot of steps that needs to be done. You have to work fast. You have to know your multiplication. And you must be non-social when the teacher is teaching. All right. So now that we're finished with this, all right, that's going to be page 86 and 87. We are now on our page 110. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 in the classroom. Now we are going to do page 111, just one problem. Right now, let's get it started. I'm going to put a line right here. If this was my student, Devon, Malik, Clarence, Lewis, Rachel, this is how it should go. I'm now on page. I need to know what page you're on because we have a lot of ones in here, right? All right, page 111. I'm working on number 1. It says, let's read it together. Abe had, Abe had a pitcher that contained 8 gallons of lemonade. Abe drank 1/4 gallons of lemonade and Marcy drank 1/8 gallons. What fraction part of a gallon of lemonade remains in the picture? Well, the first thing I have to do right now is I just need to add. I need to add the 1/4 right here. And I need to also add this 1/8. These two need to be combined. Just by looking at all the 8s, I know that my denominator is going to be an 8. So I am just going to start right here. If I have 1/4 plus 1/8, that is going to equal to, what can get me 1/8? 4 times 2. Whatever I do at the bottom, I do at the top. I don't have to do anything except bring this over. So now I have 2/8 plus what? 1/8. That's going to give me 3/8. Now I need to subtract. What am I subtracting? 5/8 minus 3/8. That's going to give me what? That is going to give me 2/8. I'm done. Uh-oh. I don't see 2/8. I know that I did everything right. What am I missing? Uh-oh. This is an even number. This is an even number. I need to simplify. I now need to simplify. I know that I need to simplify because these are both ending with an even number. Let's simplify by 2. 2 can go into 2. How many times? 1. How many times can 2 go into 8? 4. Let me see if I find it now. There it is, 1/4. I can circle it. You can put this probably, if you write really big, put it right here. If you don't write big, put it right here like Miss Monroe did. Now you have your answer for number 1 on page 111. We have one more page, and then I'm going to let you guys enjoy your day. We are now on page 112. And we're going to do this problem, and then I promise I'm going to let you go. It says, the shadow model represents a fraction. The model shows a subtraction equation. Which equation matches the model? Let's look at it. I have one box here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I know that this fraction is going to have a denominator of 9. They already told me that I'm going to subtract. So I know that I'm going to just put a 9 right here minus a 9 as my denominator, because this is my base. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, looking at this model, how much is shaded that is not crossed out? How much is shaded that does not have any crosses on it? Let's find out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I apologize. I said how many that does not have cross out. I meant how many are just shaded. How many are shaded? How many are shaded? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to count how many are shaded that actually have a cross on it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is going to be 6. Now I need to find out 8 minus 6 equals what? That is going to be 2. It is going to be 2 over 9. I need to figure out, do I see this anywhere? I see an 8 over 9 minus 2 over 3 equals 2 over 9. That's not going to be it. Oh, but you know what? The answer is still coming out to be 2 over 9 because guess what? They simplify. Miss Monroe, I don't see my answer here anywhere. Well, 6 and 9. Can 6 and 9 be simplified? Absolutely, totally. What can it be simplified with? It can be simplified with the number 3. So 3 can go into 6 how many times? 2. 3 can go, I'm sorry, I put 3. And it can go in there 2 times. And then we have our 3 again. And it can go into 9 how many times? 3. So it's going to be 2 over 3. So now, if we subtract 8 from 2, that is now going to give us 6. It is now going to give us 6 over 9. And if we were to simplify that, that is going to give oh, I apologize. This needs to be a 3 now. Miss Monroe is just all over the place, right? Because they simplified on me. We know the answer is going to be 2 over 9. We already know that, but they simplified on me. So that is going to be 2 over 3. There go my 2 over 3. And then my answer is going, there go my 2 over 3. There go their 2 over 3. And there go my 2 over 9 as my answer. My 2 over 9. So I do apologize. This is the first time I actually seen them actually simplifying the problem. They usually finish the problem first. But the point is that if you simplify 6 into 9, there go your 2 and your 3. You got to find it. If you don't find it, you got to figure out why. Why is it not there? I don't know. I don't know. But there it is. That was actually my last problem for the day. I did run out of room on here because I did write big. I didn't think I was going to have to write that. I thought it was going to be pretty simple. And you see, even Miss Monroe had to make sure the work is right. I have to make sure my work is right, right? So after you do everything, guys, you found your answer. And if you don't see your answer and you know that you did all the steps right, then you have to kind of do your critical thinking. I have a 6 over 9. Okay, 6 and 9 can be simplified to 2 and to 3. And do we see it? We sure do. There it is right there. All right, and basically after they if they want to separate subtract by like denominators, their answer would have actually been 6 over 9. And that's how they got the 2 over 9. I don't know why would they simplify so fast, but that's for some reason that is what they did. But we're looking for 2 over 9. All right, that is my lesson for today. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right. I want to thank you guys for taking this time with me. It was like over 20 minutes long. Thank you for taking the time with me, but that is exactly what we go through. Sometimes, I think we did 3 problems. It took us 20 minutes. And of course, my little spill in the front, but we're only together for 90 minutes. And if we're trying to get 15 problems done or 10 problems done, we need every minute we can, especially if you don't understand the simplification or the multiplications in our of what we're doing. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to email or to give me a call. The information is on my email address. And I will talk to you guys later and see you guys on Monday. All right. Have the best weekend ever, guys. Oh, I have to stop recording first. I'm so